Hi, welcome back once again to the iCafe studio. I'm Dave Squires, sits here in Lamar CISD. Now we've showed you a lot of ways to manage your file and link your accounts between Office 365 and your desktop Outlook. What I'm going to show you now is some more detailed ways to manage your files and get them from wherever you have them saved up into your Office 365 account. Now why do you want to do that? Well, because if it's in your Office account, it means that you can access it anywhere in the world that has internet access. It makes carrying all those papers home and back to school a lot easier because you don't have to do it. So there are three ways that you can do this. I'm going to show you all three, and to be honest, I use all three of these methods. It just depends on what I'm doing at the time and what my purpose is for moving those files. You'll see that real quick here, which one is best for you. But again, you may use all three. So the first one I'm going to start with is adding a new document to Office 365 into the SkyDrive Pro. This works best if you're moving one, maybe two files at a time. And you'll see again here real quick why that's the case. So first thing you need to do, as always, log into Office 365 and go to your SkyDrive account by clicking on SkyDrive in the upper corner of the window. So right now I'm going to go ahead and add my file by clicking New Document because it's a new document to SkyDrive right here. So down here at the bottom, Upload Existing File because it already lives somewhere, and click Browse here. Now this opens up your File Explorer. You've seen this before, and I'm going to choose this file right here. Click Open, and you can see it puts the URL there for that file. Now this box here is an important one. It says Overwrite Existing Files. This checkbox is important because if you already have a file with the same name in your SkyDrive and you have this box checked, it's going to essentially delete the old file and drop in this new one that we're uploading. If you want to maintain both versions of that file, uncheck this box. Once you've made your choice, go ahead and hit the OK button, and you'll see here that the box goes away, your SkyDrive refreshes, and that file is here. Now you can see it's new and it's right there because it's got this green star that tells you it's been a new addition to your SkyDrive. Now the next method to upload files is not so much about an individual file, but moving files en masse in large quantities because you're maybe transferring things from your H drive into your SkyDrive so you have access to it from home. Now before I even touch a file, I'm going to set myself up for success by manipulating the windows I have open and where they're at. So first thing I'm going to do is instead of looking at SkyDrive in full screen, I'm going to hit the Restore button up here in the upper right hand corner and minimize it down a little bit. Now you can see I already have my File Explorer window open, and I'm going to go to my H drive because I'm going to start moving a number of files. Now let's say I want to grab these files right here. So I can grab multiple files at once by clicking on the first one in a list, holding the Shift key on my keyboard, and clicking a file lower down on the list. And you see it highlighted all of these files right there. Now I'm just going to click and hold and drag them over to where it says Drag Files Here. Now you can see that a box expanded that says Drop Here. There's a little upload icon, and there's an icon that has a number 5 in the middle because I dropped 5 files. When I let go, it's going to start uploading all those files individually, and you can see that process there. Now, a word of caution with this, not so much caution, but just so you have the heads up, the more files you drag at once, the longer that upload will take. Also, the larger those files are, the longer the upload will take. It's up to you how fast you want to move your files, but this is the best way to move them over. One last thing I want to point out that's very important is you can see on my left-hand side here in the File Explorer, those files are still there, and they show up new in my SkyDrive that have been uploaded. It's dragging over a copy of those files. So for whatever reason, if you need it in both places, you can leave them there. If you don't want them in both places, I no longer need these on my H drive, I can go ahead and delete them and clear it off. I won't ever be going back to my H drive. Now that brings us to our third and final method of uploading files to SkyDrive. Now in order to do this, you will have needed to watch a previous video about syncing your Office 2013 desktop products to your Office 365 SkyDrive account. That's another video here on iCafe you can check out. Now once you've completed that process, this makes file management much easier because I never have to log into the web. And just to kind of reiterate that point, I'm going to go ahead and close 365. So now I have my H drive files, and I also am going to open up a new File Explorer window by right-clicking on the File Explorer and choosing Windows Explorer. So I now have two windows side by side. On the right window, I'm going to open up my SkyDrive account. You can see it says SkyDrive at Lamar, and you see all my files here in my SkyDrive. Now those files I just uploaded are popping up because it's now syncing. Let's say I want to move my building logos folder from my H drive to SkyDrive. So I'm just going to click and drag that folder across the windows into the new one and let go. Now it's dropping in that folder, and you can see the double arrows here tell you that it is syncing up with my SkyDrive. When they're done uploading, as it is now, it puts the green check mark there, so I know that the files I've just moved are in my SkyDrive account. So if I were to log into SkyDrive on Office 365, I would see that folder and all those files. You can do this as many times as you want, drag and drop files, but again, it's dragging copies into your SkyDrive account. So if you want to clear it out of your H drive, you can go back and delete it. Thanks for tuning into the iCafe. Please be sure to check out more of our training videos here on the website.